Hello everyone, GarethTheGamer here today, and happy Halloween! And for my first Halloween special, I'm playing a game called Aliens Fireteam Elite. Now honestly, I had a choice between about 3 or 4 different games to play, such as Observer System Redux or Resident Evil Village, or if I got the game earlier, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. But as it turns out, I'm playing Aliens Fireteam Elite today, and I'll probably do Halloween specials of those games at some point in the future. But for today, let's focus on Aliens. So what is actually the deal with Aliens Fireteam Elite? Well, you have 4 campaigns with 3 missions for each campaign, equaling 12 missions across the entire game, each of which taking about 20 to 30 minutes to complete. Campaign 1 requires you to board an orbital refinery called the Katanga and rescue Dr. Hanukkah. Campaign 2 requires you to go to the surface of LV-895 and search for survivors, which introduces synthetic enemies. Campaign 3 requires you to descend into alien ruins, investigate gravity and magnetic anomalies, and to stop an alien ship from launching off towards Earth. This campaign introduces infected pathogen enemies, even though it's only for one campaign mission. And last but not least, Campaign 4 requires you to reboard the Katanga and detonate it from within, to destroy the xenomorph hive on board and escape, preferably alive. Upon completion of the final campaign mission, you unlock Quick Play and Horde mode. These are self-explanatory, but Quick Play launches a random campaign mission based off of your preferences, and Horde mode is just fighting off against endless waves of enemies with increasing difficulty, though I believe there's only one map to play on. In the game you have 6 classes to choose from, those being the Gunner, the Demolisher, the Technician, the Doc, the Phalanx and the Recon, with Recon unlocking upon beating the final campaign mission. Now without digging too deep into each individual class, I'd go on the record and say that I like the Technician the most, pretty much because you have a deployable sentry gun and also shock grenades that stack up 3 times that slows down enemies that get caught in the radius, which is actually very useful. Throughout the whole game you fight mostly xenomorph aliens, which is what you would expect from a game called Aliens Fireteam Elite, but you also get to fight synthetic enemies and the infected pathogen enemies as mentioned earlier. There's also a variety of weapons and attachments to choose from, with attachments being needed and necessary in order to increase your combat rating in order to play some of the later campaign missions that the game offers. So each campaign mission has a recommended combat rating in order to play and preferably win. However, this encourages the replayment of earlier campaign missions in order to level up your kits and weapons, but to also earn requisition credits to be able to purchase new weapons, new attachments and kit perks to overall increase your combat rating. There's also rep scrip in the game, which is basically used to purchase cosmetic items such as outfits, weapon skins and decals for weapons. On the campaign screen you see tactical opportunities, which basically offers 2 daily challenges and a weekly challenge, which helps to earn requisition credits, rep scrip and a tactical opportunities pack, which guarantees a challenge card and either an attachment or another challenge card. Speaking of which, challenge cards are present, which mostly serve to make the gameplay experience harder. For example, I've got a challenge card where you got to beat a mission using the backup pistol only, or you have to beat the mission without taking any damage whatsoever. Although there were a slight handful of challenge cards that were actually beneficial, for example getting double experience when beating a mission, or you just get twice the amount of health for that specific mission. There's also intel that exists in the game, which serves to provide additional lore to the Aliens universe via having conversations with people associated with that lore aboard the Endeavour, which is your base and hub of operations for the game. So basically each mission follows a similar structure. That is, you start the mission, you get to a middle point where you have to fight off a whole bunch of enemies, and then get to the end point where you have to fight a bunch of enemies. And there's nothing worse than getting to the end of a mission only for the game to throw an elite level enemy at you, plus a ton of peon enemies, only for your teammates to go down, with you being the last man standing, needing to heal but having no opportunity to do so. Which then inevitably means that you go down, ending the mission, and you have to do it all over again from the beginning, after spending 20 to 30 minutes to get to that point in the first place. The reason I bring this up is because this happened at least 4 or 5 times to me over the course of my first time playthrough of the game. Yeah, nearly half of the missions of the game you get to the end and the game throws some cheap shit at you and you die and you have to do it all over again. And with some of the things that I've said, I honestly can't help but be reminded of a game like Back 4 Blood, though I actually think that Back 4 Blood does a better job than Aliens Fireteam Elite does, on the grounds that Back 4 Blood actually gives you more opportunities and capabilities to heal yourself. It doesn't require you to level up your character before playing a new campaign act mission, and it also has more variety of challenge cards, and in my opinion handles stuff like the weapons and the attachments better than Aliens does. So all in all, I would have to say that Back 4 Blood, as a comparison to Aliens Fireteam Elite, is a better experience, at least in terms of a first time playing. And so that's my thoughts and opinions on Aliens Fireteam Elite. I have to apologise that the video is what it is. I am actually doing this on the day of Halloween. I could have and should have done this way earlier, but I got distracted by games like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's put me back a few days, and of course now I'm doing the video on Halloween, so that is why this video is going to be short and full of errors and not done to the way that I would want it to be done at. But either way, I would recommend playing Aliens Fireteam Elite. It's free player co-op. If you have the opportunity to play with friends, then that would definitely make the experience better, and maybe some of these issues that I talked about you won't even have to go through. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, you can buy me a coffee to help support the effort of making videos like this going forward. And I hope that you take care out there, have a very spooky Halloween, and that you take care out there, and I'll see you for the next video.